Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So let's start the discussion about the sources of biomedical signals. So different signals are there, like bioelectric signals. So these are the unique to the biomedical systems. Basically, they are generated by nerve cells and muscle cells. So their basic source of generation is the cells cell membrane potential, okay, which under certain conditions that may be excited to generate an action potential, okay. And the electric field generated by the action of many cell, which this constitutes the bioelectric signal. And the most common example of bioelectric signals are the ECG signal, means the electrocardiographic signals, EEG signals, electroencephalographic signals. So these are the bioelectric signals. Next is bioacoustic signals. The measurement of acoustic signals that must be created by many biomedical phenomena, which provides information about the underlying uh, so phenomena inside our body. Like for example, the signal flow means the signal flow means the blood flow in the heart through the heart's valve, and flow of air through the upper and lower airways and in the lungs, which generates the typical acoustic signals. Okay. Next is the biomechanical signals, which originates from some mechanical function of the biological system, and they include all types of motion and displacement signals, as well as some pressure or flow signals will be there. So the movement of the chest wall in accordance with the respiratory activity is an example of this type of signal. Okay. Next is the biochemical signals. So the signals which are obtained as a result of chemical measurements from the living tissues or from samples analyzed in the laboratory. These are the biochemical signals. Examples are the measurement of partial pressure of carbon dioxide, partial pressure measurement of oxygen, and the concentration of various ions in the blood. These are biochemical signals. Uh, Next is the biomagnetic signals. Extremely weak magnetic fields are produced by various organs such as brain, heart, and lungs. So the measurement of these signals provides information which is not available in other types of biosignals, such as the bioelectric signals, etc. And a typical example of this biomagnetic signal is that of magnetoencephalography, or in short, it's called MEG, signal from the brain. Next is the bio optic signals. Now, these signals are generated as a result of optical functions of the biological systems, which are occurring either naturally or induced by the measurement process. As for example, uh, blood oxygenation that may be estimated by measuring the transmitted or backscattered light from a tissue at different wavelengths. Okay. And the last is the bioimpedance signal. Bioimpedance signals, so here the impedance of the tissue, that is the source of important information which concerns its composition, blood distribution, and the volume. So mm, the measurement of galvanic skin resistance, that is a typical example of this type of signal. Okay. The bioimpedance signal is also obtained by injecting sinusoidal current into the tissue and measuring the voltage drop generated by the tissue impedance. So the measurement of a respiration rate based on this bioimpedance technique is also an example of the this type of bioimpedance signals. And this using these bioimpedance signals, uh, many research will going on till now. Okay, to to detect the different characteristics of the tissues. Okay, so here the sources of these biomedical signals, like as you can see in this figure, electrocardiogram, electro ocular oculogram, which is the ocular system, electroencephalogram, that is the nervous system, based on the nervous system, and the respiratory parameters can be a pulmonary system. So esophagus temperature can be measured, electrocardiogram using this cardiovascular system. Uh, so these are the different biomedical signals, so, the source of biomedical signals. Next is the man instrument system. So the overall system, including both the human body and the instrumentation required for its measurement, and that is basically called the man instrumentation system. So here, so this is the basic structure of a man instrument system, and here that is the generalized medical instrumentation system. Okay, so it is in complex way, it is figured in complex way. So there are certain components. What are the components? Components are the subject, means our body, the human body, subject, the stimulus, transducer part is also available, signal conditioning equipment also available, display equipment is available, recording, data processing and transmission equipment is available, and also the control devices. Okay, so what is the subject? The human being on whom the measurement are made is known as subject. Okay, stimulus, what is it? The response to some form of external stimulus that is required for biomedical instrumentation system, and it is used to generate and present the stimulus to the subject, that is an essential part of the whole system, man instrument system, whenever responses are measured. Okay, so there are the stimulus may be visual, like just for example a flash of light, or maybe auditory, like as for example a tone, or tactile, or direct electrical stimulation, or some part of the nervous system of any subject. Okay, next is the transducer part, and all of you know what is transducer. That is capable of converting one form of energy to or signal to another. And in the man instrument system here, what happened? Any queries? Okay, so each transducer is used to produce an electric signal. Okay, so it is in the form of analog signal of the phenomena that is being measured. So here the transducer may measure temperature, pressure, flow, or any of the other variables that can be found in the body, but its output is always an electrical signal. Okay, the next is the signal conditioning equipment. So the instrumentation system part, which amplifies or modifies or any other way changes the electrical output of the transducer, is called the signal conditioning equipment. Now the purpose of this signal conditioning or the signal processing equipment is to process the signals from the transducers in order to satisfy the functions of the system, and also to prepare uh, signals suitable for operating the display or some type of recording instruments. Okay. Then the display equipment is available, where the output of the signal conditioning equipment must be converted to some form of visual or audible or possible tactile information. So in the man instrumentation system, the display equipment may include a graphic pen recorder that produces a permanent record of the data. Okay. Next is the recording, data processing and the transmission equipment. So recording of the measured information is done for possible later use or to transmit it from one location to another, whether within the hospital or around the world. That is basically a biotelemetry system. Okay. Equipment for these functions is often an important part of this man instrument system. So where automatic storage or processing is required, or where computer control is employed, and online analog or digital computer is used as a part of the instrumentation system. And for the recorder, which is used into different contexts in biomedical instrumentation, that is a graphic pen recorder is actually a display device that is used to produce a paper record um, of analog waveforms. It's a graphical format. And the recording equipment, so these are the devices by which data can be recorded for future playback, such as a magnetic tape recorder that can be used also, okay, in biomedical instrumentation, man instrumentation system. And the last one is the control device. So it is very necessary to have automatic control of the stimulus, transducers, or any part of the man instrument system. Okay. uh, so such system consists of the feedback loop, in which uh, the output from the signal conditioning or display equipment is used to control the operation in same way of the man instrument system. Okay, so control devices are very important. Now some common medical measurements are listed over there. So the measurement type uh, is either blood flow or blood pressure measurement, cardiac output measurement, or electrocardiography, electroencephalography, or myography, pH measurement purpose, or the pressure of carbon dioxide, pressure of oxygen measurement purpose. So here are the different ranges are available for each measurement, and different frequencies has been incorporated in hertz, and different methods for individual measurement techniques. Okay, so like for blood flow measurement, which method can be used? Either electromagnetic or the ultrasonic method can be used to measure the blood flow. For blood pressure measurement, some strain gauge or cups can be used. For ECG, skin electrodes are there. Like as you can see in hospital, some electrodes has been attached over your screen to measure the ECG signals. Okay, so different types of electrodes are available. Like skin electrodes are used for ECG. For EEG purpose, needle electrodes are used. For EMG purpose, for EEG purpose, the scalp electrodes are used, and for EMG purpose, the needle electrodes are used. Um, for pH purpose, pH measurement, pH electrodes are available. For pressure measurement of carbon dioxide, now PCO2 electrode, PU2 electrode. So we have these electrodes in details later. Okay, on next day or next to next day, we have this chapter, electrodes, bipotential electrodes. So I will discuss in details over there. Move on to the next slide, where some recording instruments are available. So a set of few instruments that found application is recording instruments, like electrocardiography instruments is there, electromyography instruments is there, electroencephalography instruments are there. Expirography means the to measure um, the lung function. Okay, spirometer. So the output from the spirometer can be uh, recorded in expirography instrument. Phonocardiographic instruments are available. Lethosmography, thermography, tomography. As you can say, you can understand the tomography, CT scan. Have you heard about this CT scan? Computer computed tomography. Okay, so this tomography can be used for as your uh, recording purpose. Ultrasonography or the radiograph, some X-ray plates has been there for a recording purpose. So these are the different recording instruments which are available for biomedical purpose. Okay. So there are some constraints in medical instrument design. So what are the constraints or the challenges? First one is the signal, which is to be measured inflicts limitations on how it should be acquired and administered. Also, the frequency range or signal strength is much lower than the conventional measuring parameters. So this is the first challenge or the constraints in medical instrument design purpose. Second is the interference and the crosstalk between the different organs and systems of our body that may bring down the accuracy and the diagnosis problem. Okay. Another is the placement of sensors is one major challenge in the scope of biomedical instruments, as perfect and most appropriate position is required. Okay, but that is varies from person to person. Next is the safety. So safety is the biggest concern in this field. The process of measurement must not endanger the person on whom the measurements can be made, that will be made. The next one is the operator's expertise and the constraints. That is the challenging aspect in this field. Uh, we know we require the more professional operators. And last is the measurement variability, where that is the inherent at molecular, organ, and body level, which is often it is often impossible to hold one variable constant while measuring the relationship between the other two. Okay, so these are the different challenges of the constraints. So, so future of bioinstrumentation, that is very bright, and nowadays it is going on. Different research has been ideas and research are implemented. Okay, so which such as the harnessing the power of the body to the power devices. Okay, some the micro names based sensors and the nano sensors has been used to perform these things, bringing more advanced prosthetics and different new methods of diagnosis and the treatments of diseases and problems which were not there before. uh, they are in research modes. And also there's a chance for brain hacking. So basically brain hacking refers the possibility to attack the human brain to extract sensitive information such as data and memories, including also the uh, capability to inject some new information. So it can be hacked or it can be inject the new information also. The heart of technology allows to perceive changes in the magnetic field related to brain activity, making possible reading of people's thoughts also. Okay, that is also a brain hacking. So when thinking of the future biomedical instrumentation that will have, we can be sure that it will have an important role in bringing about a better understanding and better ways to communicate with the brain. So that is the our actual thing in biomedical instrumentation. Okay, so that's all for today. If you have any queries, any doubts, you can ask me now.